No, don't take it. I'm crying. I look horrible. Why I'm hideous. Okay, once again, thank you to Darren and Lee for bringing us together, for letting us learn about Robbie Burns. I didn't give a shit about him, didn't know about him, and all of a sudden I find this quite interesting. And our friends being together in Wellfleet, it's really nice to be together in the middle of the winter. This is great.
Here, here.
I learned a lot about Robbie Burns because I was forced to. He was a farmer, like you said, and a musician, which is so cool, a father, and a husband, and a lover. Yeah. And a poet, and his poetry just gushed about women, his gratitude toward women, which I found was wonderful. But before I make these jokes and insult men or whatever, I want to take this moment to appreciate all the men in my life, the fathers and the husbands and the lovers, and hope that they never meet. I was surprised to learn that this guy never made a fortune from any of this. He never made money at all. He wrote Auld Lang Syne. I mean, there was no ASCAP and BMI. He wrote 1 million poems and all these songs, and he has no fortune. So I was shocked to learn that he had so many affairs. Because we all know that you got to have a job if you want to be with me. You got to have some money, and I thought that was really incredible. Nowadays, we call it passport pussy. You have to have enough money to take your ladies on vacation out of this fucking time zone if you want to get laid. That's what's going on. This guy didn't have any money, so I'm impressed. Don't worry about this. She's heard it all before. The first time. And if you really want to get that way and relive all those pornos that you guys have been watching since you're 12, it's just not going to happen unless you can really deliver. It's about those vacations, and it's about, it's about providing. And it really sticks to the heart of your insecurities. I know, you guys. I understand. As soon as we have to reach for our own wallets, it's directly correlated to the vagina. It really is. After years of doing that, and every time we reach for our wallet, it's called menopause. It's directly correlated. And when I thought about the word menopause, it made me realize that all the shit that we hate is menstrual cycles, menopause, mental illness, and this one man, the gynecologist.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant. Brilliant. All right, but back on the money thing. We know money is a problem, and we all know it. We can't deny it. And you guys tell us, times are hard. We're gonna have to get rid of some shit. We're just going to have to reel it in a little bit. There's a lot of extra stuff here. But what you guys don't realize is what we're thinking is that extra shit is you. Yeah. We're just trying to reel it in.
It's so funny, isn't it?
This is like, what'd you say?
That's so funny. When I said that today.
And you guys know that women, we don't forget anything. You know that. And you guys can't remember shit.
That's true.
Okay? It's so true.
This is too much.
That's the truest thing you've said.
This is wonderful.
And so you got to remember that all those times that we reached for a wallet, we remember. It's in our DNA. We want somebody that's tall, dark, and handsome, and financially stable, and it makes us feel secure. It makes us feel stable. I mean, it's in our DNA. It's not. Don't fucking look at me. It's everybody. But I'm going to tell you right now. You don't have to worry about the tall, dark, and handsome, because when it's dark, you guys are handsome.
Sweet.
You know. Okay, and the obvious thing is that the sexes are different. We've all established that. We all know that. We agree on that. But I feel there's a few things that I've had the privilege of knowing because I've been living with men on the road, being in the music business. I've been with them more than I've ever been with women. I don't mean been with them, but yes, I've been with them. But I've lived with them. I've been in their close quarters more than most women have. And so I know a few things that I'm just going to share with you women that you probably don't know.
Or mine.
And if you guys, at any time, stop me if I ain't telling the truth.
All right. Sure thing.
That's not true.
Every
They're all
guy,
nervous.
every guy, at some point, has started taking a piss, and halfway through has flushed the toilet and beat the flush.
My God! Every morning. Every morning. Why? I say, why?
Beat the flush. Beat the flush.
Every morning.
Can I just chime in here? I didn't interrupt, but when I was a kid,
What is that?
my dad
Taught you that
would,
game?
no, he would flush before he was done.
Oh my God.
And every time I went to the toilet and pissed, I made up a new reason why my dad would do that. And it must have been to beat the flush.
That's
I
awesome.
love that you made up a new piece.
It's
I
the
know.
beat
Beat the flush.
Beat the flush. Is it a soundtrack to beat the
Okay, and then there is the pinch and roll.
What's
Yes.
that, like the ass pinching rule? Oh, that, what is that?
It's a pinch and roll, okay? You got these two balls just floating around, and you can't just scratch them. You gotta reach in, you gotta pinch it, and you roll it. It's a pinch and roll. That's how they scratch their balls.
It's a blitz more than a roll.
I want to call it pinch roll, but that's what
It looks like
And the other thing is, you guys think nobody notices when you're in the shower and you're just fucking trucking your snots out. We hear it, we know it, we clean the shower, they stuck to the fucking wall. Okay?
Oh,
It's not a secret.
that. It's like,
Not a secret.
Zach, this one's on you.
No way, dude. You're not gonna agree with that one? Alright. So for instance, here's a perfect example of the differences of men and women. Husband and wife on a normal night of watching television. I'm not gonna say who it is. And the wife says, I think I'm gonna go to bed now. Okay, honey. So she goes into the kitchen and she makes lunch for the kid. She cleans out the popcorn bowl while they were watching TV. She takes the meat out of the freezer for tomorrow morning's dinner. She checks the level of the oats and the raisins and the nuts, and she fills the nuts and the raisins in the oats. That's okay. Preloads coffee pot. She puts the wet clothes from the dryer, and then she loads the clothes and goes into the wash. She picks up all the games that the kids shit in every room, puts them away. She waters the plants, and she fucking puts the telephone back on the receiver, plugs in the cell phone, empties a wastebasket, hangs a towel back on the rack, stops by the desk to write a note to the teacher and counts the cash for the field trip, and then she pulls a birthday card out for a friend and addresses it, stamps it, and puts it next to her pocketbook. She washes her face and applies all the skin creams and all the age-fighting treatments and all that shit. And she brushes and she flosses and she files her nails, and then her husband comes out, I thought you were going to go to bed. She says, I'm on my way. She puts the water in the dog bowl, puts the cats outside, makes sure the doors are locked, turns the heat down, makes sure the kids are okay, and pulls the overdue library book out from under the kid's bed, throws her socks in the hamper,
He's fine.
puts the kid's outfit for the next day out on the bed, and then she gets into her own room, and she sets the alarm, she lays out her clothes, and she visualizes her next day. And about that time, the husband turns off the TV and announces to no one in particular, I'm going to bed. And he does, without another thought.
so true.
I love it.
All right, and this is Another thing. I just had to.
Just one more.
Oh, there's
just
a
one.
few.
So true.
This is another thing that's been bothering me my entire life, and I figured this is the moment to bring it up.
This is it.
Every time a guy talks about something being easy, it's always tip. Oh, that was tip. But we know, we all know, that getting dick is easier than getting tit. It's so much easier. You guys don't get dick, tit, unless we say it's okay. It's just, I find it hilarious. You guys are so easy. You're halfway in love with us as long as we listen. You start to listen, oh my God, you're just in love. It is without a lie. And we all know that women talk a lot. We know that. We understand that. Men know it. We know it. That's what arguments are about. But a fool is going to tell a woman to stop talking. A wise man says, your mouth is extremely beautiful when your lips are closed. And yes, we can talk to people. We can talk to people of the opposite sex without having to picture them naked. We can. We will never regret having our ears pierced.
What are you trying to say?
Did you over there?
Women can be groupies. Men can't be groupies. They're called stalkers. And I'll tell you right now, you all will turn in to that uncle that steals everyone's nose. And you will have to shave your ears. And you will all scare small children.
No.
And you'll never understand women. But women marry men hoping that they will change. And men marry women hoping they will not. Each is inevitably fucked. So, on that note, I raise my glass to the poet of the ages and Scotland's finest lad, and all you men trying to do so well, so good to us. We appreciate you.
You're here.
You're here.
Slangeva.
Good job, Sadie.
That's really good.